Hey, Laker Nation, what's going on? We need 500 likes on this video, so if you want more Lakers content, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Doesn't cost you anything. It takes 2 seconds, and it helps us out a great deal. And boy, do we have a lot to get to, so let's do it next on the Lakers Report. Welcome into this edition of the Lakers Report. I am your host, Jake Riepma. And before we go any further, depending on when you're watching today's video, we are in fact shooting it on January 26th, which we all know is it's a day to remember. And it's a day we remember Kobe Bryant and, of course, Gigi Bryant, who tragically passed away in a helicopter accident 4 years ago to this day. So we remember Kobe Bryant and all that he meant to not only the Lakers franchise, but the entire NBA world and the sports world, just an absolute icon in every sense of the world. Gave so much to basketball, gave so much to the NBA, and again, so much to the WNBA. The list goes on of the impact that Kobe Bryant had on this world. So go ahead and do me a favor, type RIP in the comments. We remember the GOAT, Kobe Bryant, today and every day for that matter, and probably most importantly, we live on that legacy he left, a legacy of a competitive nature, a winner in every aspect of the word as well, a father and a husband and a loved one to so many. So show some love to Kobe Bryant, type RIP in the comments. Now, we do have a lot to get to on today's show as we get closer and closer to the NBA trade deadline coming up in February. And we've talked about a lot of trade potential for the Los Angeles Lakers. But a recent report coming out, there are top three, that's right, 3 trade targets for Los Angeles to focus in on. So we will do the same, starting with Dejounte Murray, who I've told you all about for weeks, it feels like, and we haven't really changed the tune on this one. Obviously, Dejounte Murray, a guy that would help the Lakers and really elevate this franchise to the next level, despite D'Angelo Russell playing really, really good as of late. It seems like every time we do a Dejounte Murray trade video, D'Angelo Russell goes out and balls out like he did last night against the Bulls. But that said, NBA Insider Marc Stein with this, that the Lakers are in fact engaged in the most substantive trade discussions with Atlanta on Murray. Now, I will admit, I had to look up what that word meant before today's program, but it means similar to substantial, meaningful, impactful, this, that, and the other. So you get the idea here. Marc Stein saying that the Lakers and Hawks are engaged in the most substantive of trade discussions, which means it has a lot of legs to it. That was another report that we discussed from The Athletic, that there are some serious legs to the trade discussion between the Lakers and the Hawks for Dejounte Murray. So I'm asking you this, and it's okay if you've changed your mind from previous episodes of the Lakers Report. I want to know how you feel right now. Do you want the Lakers to trade for Dejounte Murray? It's real simple. Type Y for yes or N for no. Let me know down in the comments. I love getting a feel for the Lakers Nation and exactly how they're feeling regarding the trade discussion. So let me know. Type Y for yes or N for no. And when you think about what it might cost, obviously a player of the caliber of Dejounte Murray, you're going to have to send a lot out there. So I think this is a trade idea the Lakers could run with, and that would send D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura to the Hawks, as well as 2 first-round picks, and then the Lakers would receive Dejounte Murray and Clint Capella. So it's a lot to give up. You're mortgaging the future, but when you take a look at the two, it is, in my humble opinion, Dejounte Murray an upgrade over D'Angelo Russell. But, like I said, D'Angelo Russell is playing a lot better as of late. But I think Murray would elevate the caliber of guard play for the Los Angeles Lakers if you brought him in and mixed him with, of course, LeBron, AD, and everybody else wearing purple and gold. I'm especially privy to those field goal percentages. You look at Dejounte Murray, very efficient player, as is D'Angelo Russell, but the assists per game at 5 there for Murray. Russell, again, has played much better as of late, but when you think about the substantial trade talks that are going on between the Lakers and the Hawks, it makes a lot of sense to bring a guy like Dejounte Murray to LA. And I'll say, if you're serious about winning, make this move, because Lakers right now playing good basketball, but we know what kind of roller coaster it's been in this season, and before the recent streak of playing much better basketball, it was a little bit dicey there in the beginning portion of January and really since that in-season tournament title. Now, all that said, there are some other trade options to consider for Los Angeles. So coming up, we will discuss said trade options. But first, I got a great deal for you. You're going to want to check these out at Fanatics, some exclusive Lakers deal. We'll put the link right in the comments and the chat of today's video, as well as the description. But you can't go wrong with the everyday hoodie. I think this is one of those hoodies. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Hey, if you're standing in a wedding, you could wear this hoodie. If you're, hanging out, maybe playing some hoops, you could wear this hoodie. Either way, that's what I'm rocking with. Go check it out at Fanatics right now. All right, other trade options for the Los Angeles Lakers. We mentioned Dejounte Murray, but if you want to maybe pivot and go a different direction, Bruce Brown is a guy to consider. And this is not anything new for Lakers fans because, Bruce Brown is a guy they've been trying to get in the mix, trying to get in the folds for really some substantial amount of time now. And Bruce Brown, again, somebody that you could add as a piece that would elevate the entire level of play of the entire team. Check out what the one and only Adrian Wojnarowski said regarding the Lakers trade rumors for Bruce Brown, saying Los Angeles covets Bruce Brown. They tried to sign him in free agency, going back to, as I mentioned, Bruce Brown being in the conversation for a while, not just recently with the trade deadline rumors. Woj went on to say, Lakers called the Pacers about trading for him before being included in the Pascal Siakam blockbuster deal. Los Angeles will continue to be on the phone with Toronto trying to acquire Brown as he appears to be their top target. So, anytime you hear top target, you got to take a look at the stats. And what would that mean bringing Bruce Brown to L.A.? Well, he averages more than 12 points a game. Field goal percentage right at 47.5%. And from distance down to 32.7. So again, not really a guy that jumps out on the stat page for you. And for me, it's not really a deal that moves the needle. But anytime Woj is talking about top targets, obviously we're going to include it on today's video. So doesn't really move the needle for me. And if it is the guy that they end up going with, we'll try to figure out how that helps the Los Angeles Lakers. But comparing him to Murray, I really don't think there's any comparison. But obviously, it'd be more of a bargain for the franchise and the front office as opposed to more mortgaging the future like you'd have to do with Dejounte Murray. Now, last but certainly not least, this might be a little bit of a curveball for some Lakers fans. I know when I was first reading some of the articles associated with Malcolm Brogdon, I did kind of think, now wait a second, do the Lakers really want to go in this direction? But when you think about it as far as a front office decision, it's a little bit more cost effective and it addresses a similar need as Dejounte Murray would, and that need being, of course, better guard play, more efficient shooting from deep, as well as what that point guard position has been lacking. And again, I say this now, but you got to give D'Angelo Russell a lot of credit. He's played well as of late. But comparing Brogdon to Murray side by side, obviously Murray is going to yield the better results statistically. But if Brogdon's kind of the bargain guy, maybe you get a similar boost without having to quantify such an investment into the future, giving up as much as you'd have to for Dejounte Murray. So that's why Brogdon makes a little bit of sense at that guard position, and still a guy that can play efficiently, shooting 43.4% from the floor, better than 40% from the long line. So again, maybe he's a guy that helps exactly what the Lakers are looking for without having to give up so much in exchange for Dejounte Murray. So we've identified the top 3 Lakers trade targets as we discuss the NBA trade deadline and who might end up where. But right now, it's up to you, the general manager. Put your general manager hat on and let me know who you think the Lakers should trade for. If it's Dejounte Murray, go ahead and type DM. Bruce Brown, type BB. And for Malcolm Brogdon, type MB in the comments. Either way, you got to let me know how you're feeling and who the purple and gold should pursue. I want to thank everybody for tuning into this edition of the Lakers Report. And as always, if and when breaking news happens, we've got you covered. That's why you subscribe. Help us reach our next milestone of 53,000 subscribers as we continue to make the Lakers Report, the largest community on YouTube, because that's what it's all about. And you don't want to miss a thing, especially in this portion of the calendar as we get closer and closer to the NBA trade deadline. Also want to give a huge shout out to today's producer, Patrick Seepman, on the ones and twos. Couldn't do it without him. Appreciate him helping make the Lakers Report happen today. And as always, all my best to you, whether you're watching this in the AM, afternoon, evening, PM, whatever it is. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time on the Lakers Report.